Here's how this works. Water, salt, and pepper, those are freebies. Your pantry, it better have flour, oil, vinegar, mustard, and garlic. Beyond that, you'll only need 5 more ingredients and 25 minutes to put an entree or entire meal on the table. So, shop, set the clock, and let's dish out. We'll start off with some sausage. I've got a kielbasa here, but any kind of smoked or pre-cooked sausage will be just fine. Some frozen pierogies. Hey, I finally found a use for them. I'll show it to you. We'll grab a couple of bell peppers, any color that you'd like. 1 onion, I prefer a sweet onion for this dish. And then finally, any kind of store-bought seasoning blend that you like. I'm grabbing a Weber garlic parmesan, but really anything that you have on hand or like will be just fine here. We're going to go ahead and cut these peppers up into bite-sized pieces. Just going to go ahead and cut the edges off, and then chop them down into like a 3/4 inch dice, more or less. For the onion, we'll just slice off the root and stem end, and then go ahead and peel it. Go ahead and cut it in half through that stem, and then we'll just cut each half in half and go back through and chunk that up into some large bite-sized pieces again, just like our peppers. For the sausage, you could absolutely just slice this into coins, but I find that those can be a little bit awkward to stab with a fork sometimes, so I'm just going to cut mine into little half moons. We'll cut each piece of sausage in half and then go back through it. Again, just bite-sized pieces is all we're really looking for. We'll take a large skillet, put it over medium heat, and add in a tablespoon or so of olive oil before adding in our sausage. And just give that a minute or two to start to sizzle in that oil before adding in the peppers and onions. You can also season these lightly with salt and pepper here, but if your seasoning blend has salt in it, do be careful. Go ahead and stir those around in that oil, start to get some color, and brown those just lightly. You can cover them as well for 2 or 3 minutes, but we're not trying to cook them all the way through at this point. We still want them to have some bite, just get a little color, and just start to soften. At that point, we can add in a couple of cloves of garlic from the pantry that I finely minced, and just give those a minute or two to cook out in that skillet. Get nice and warm and fragrant. Once that happens, we can go ahead and cook our pierogies, but before we do that, we'll want to go ahead and remove everything from the skillet, so just get all of those sauteed peppers and onions and garlic out of there. Check out that beautiful fond. We are not going to waste that, I promise. We are going to add in a little more oil, add in our pierogies, and let those have 2 or 3 minutes just to brown off in that skillet, at which time we'll add in about a 1/4 cup or even less water, just enough to release that fond off the bottom of the skillet. I am going to partially cover this just to help steam those pierogies for a couple minutes. And now, once they're about halfway cooked, we'll go ahead and give them a toss and a flip in that beautiful liquid that we made with our fond and water down there. At this point, because these were frozen, they're still not ready to eat. They've got to cook a little longer, and our veggies and sausage are probably still not fully cooked, so we want to add all of that back in to the skillet. Again, just working over medium heat here. I am going to add in my seasoning blend now and stir all of that very well to combine. And then I'm just going to lid this up and let it simmer for another 5 to 6 minutes, or until the veggies are as soft as I like. The pierogies are warmed all the way through. I'll taste it and adjust the seasoning, of course. And then I see no reason to dirty up any plates here. This thing is getting served right in that beautiful brazier. I am, however, going to dollop it with some sour cream and hit it with a few chives. Some hot sauce would be great on this as well. Or absolutely nothing at all, just eat it right out of the skillet. These pierogies were stuffed with potato and cheese, and this was really almost like a loaded baked potato skillet with those sauteed peppers and cheesy, gooey pierogies and that crispy, smoky, and unctuous sausage. If you've ever wondered what people do with those frozen pierogies, well, I mean, I still kind of do, but this is at least one great way to use them up in a pretty doggone good way. So add whatever vegetables and other meats and sausages and whatever that you'd like here. I think you're going to be pretty doggone happy with the result. But anyways, now it's your turn to get out of here and go make something delicious.